I do understand how reasonable people can disagree about whether or not there should be prosecutions. I won't argue that. I won't debate that. But on the other hand, we know from the Senate torture report that there were CIA officers who went over and above what had been approved by the Department of Justice and the White House. We know that there are at least 2 prisoners who died in CIA custody during their interrogations. Why aren't those officers being prosecuted where deaths were involved? Why aren't the officers who did things like rectal rehydration using hummus of all things, why aren't they being prosecuted? Because that certainly was not an approved technique. So I understand that CIA officers shouldn't be prosecuted if they truly believe they are operating within the confines of the law. But what about those officers who knew they were not operating within the confines of the law?
Right. Now, who actually comes up with the torture plans? Who sets these guidelines?
Well, it's kind of an exercise in groupthink. You have senior CIA officers in the Counterterrorism Center. You have these 2 contract psychologists who were hired to actually conceive of and implement the torture program. But then you have attorneys at the Justice Department, you have attorneys at the National Security Council, and finally the President's signature is what's on the paper, with the strong backing of Vice President Cheney at the same time.